America is in the middle of a college tuition and student loan debt crisis. As of 2026, the average undergraduate owes around $39,547, according to educationdata.org. Today, I will be sharing with the class why I believe community college and public universities should be free for all American citizens. I can assume that this is a topic that affects mostly everyone that is listening to this video, either directly or indirectly. I can definitely say that for myself. I have a parent that still owes student loans and that is in their early 50s, and I'm currently going to be taking out student loans to help pay for my college education. This has been a decision that has weighed on me heavily, and it's something that I go back and forth with in my head, but I've ultimately decided to continue with. So I could definitely say that I have a lot of personal experience with how this topic can affect people's key decisions in life and how that can even affect the people around you as well. So I think the key to tackling this current crisis is by organizing with people in your community to help petition your political representatives to making movements towards making and expanding free college and free higher education for all American citizens. And a lot of that is going to be up to reallocating funding towards our education programs in the government as a whole. So, I would like to begin by bringing up some statistics about the current state of the college education and college tuition crisis that we have in the country right now. 2026, the average student borrows around $30,000, and then they end up having a balance of closer to $40,000. So you'll end up needing to pay $10,000 more than what you actually initially borrowed on average. And according to Pew Research, we've seen a dramatic increase of people that are taking out student loans, mostly in the upper and middle income brackets. We've seen an increase of 50% since the 1940s. In lower income brackets, we've seen an increase of 60 to 70%, which is still very alarming and very high. In addition to this increase, we've also seen an increase in student loan delinquency rates. It's currently at 10% as of the last fiscal quarter in 2025, and if it continues to increase, that can have larger ripple effects on the economy as a whole. So, there's actually been a history of free college in the United States, believe it or not. The University of California used to offer free college for its residents in the state. They did this through basically funding it through state tax revenue and just by smartly allocating the funds towards its education sector. This program lasted from 1868 to the early 1970s. That's when they slowly shifted out of this, and it's been in the credit pay per credit hour system that it currently is in most universities and most colleges it is now. In 35 states, we actually do provide free college education. Not in the same way that you may think of a bachelor's program, but in a lot of community colleges, they offer free 2-year programs for those in lower income brackets. And I think that's great to note because we already have programs that are established for free higher education in the United States. Now it's just a matter of expanding it for all citizens. So, what does America look like with crazy student loan rates and with high college tuition? It looks pretty scary, honestly. Student loans make up the highest amount of debt that you will pay off in your lifetime, aside from those that end up getting mortgages. People end up pushing key life achievements behind because of all of this debt. For example, like moving out, owning your own home, and even starting a family. These are key life markers for most people and things that most people would like to achieve in their lives, and some of them will have to either push them back or not be able to do it at all. In addition, having high amounts of debt in your life is correlated to high stress and increased rates of depression and overall lower happiness in your day-to-day life. So, America is at a boiling point when it comes to the student loan debt and college tuition crisis as a whole. We all need to do our part by contacting our politicians to get bill reform that will allocate our tax revenue to covering the cost of tuition in colleges and even for loan forgiveness. Living in the informational age, your liberty and optionality is greatly tied to the pursuit of higher education. And in a society that believes in the right to liberty, we should value free college as a right for all. So I challenge you to call up your local representative office and ask about their stance on free college education and to petition that they make movements towards this goal. Thank you for your time.